In a world, 4 friends, 1 mission.
Mikey, what are you doing?
I'm doing the thing for the podcast.
It's not that hard, bud.
Dude, just say the name.
Fine. It's the Freedom Friends podcast. So there are people out there who can poop without peeing.
Which is just weird.
Yeah.
That's weird. And Justin, you were saying that that's how you judge when you're done.
Yeah.
Is you pee after you poop.
Yep.
And I myself, I actually start it with the piss. I start it with the piss, then poop. And normally, you made some room and some pressures off, and then you piss again.
So, do you poop every time you pee?
No.
But you pee every time you poop.
Yes.
Because not all pee-pee times
are poo-poo times, but all poo-poo times are pee-pee time.
Now, the question is, have you ever done what I refer to as the Big Mac?
Well, I don't know. You're going to have to elaborate on the Big Mac.
So, the Big Mac. So, as we know, the Big Mac is 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can tell what we did in high school.
Bro, I worked for McDonald's and I didn't remember that.
Yeah. I remember from the commercials.
You didn't make McManager.
I never worked for McDonald's.
No, I did not. I quit.
But
it was a catchy jingle.
So, yeah, 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, no, the Big Mac is when you sit down and you take a piss.
Okay.
And right after the piss, you take a shit.
Okay.
But now the relief of the pressure of the shit is that you also get to take a secondary piss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I just said.
No, you said you pee and then poop.
Yeah, but sometimes there's
secondary.
It releases and then you finish pissing.
That's the Big Mac.
Oh, I Big Mac all the time.
Yeah.
A fan of the Big Mac.
It's because it's a double stack.
Yeah.
That's the Big Mac.
Fucking A. Well, now I got a name for my poo-poo habit.
One of them.
I really hope that there was someone that just sat down for their lunch break at work. And it's like, I'm going to watch the Freedom Friends. And now they can't finish their McDonald's.
He's about to take a bite into a Big Mac. Like, ooh.
Oh. Yeah.
Huh. I was unaware that what I was doing had a name.
Oh, I mean, it's my name.
The more you know.
Yeah.
And knowing is half the battle.
That's right.
Violence is the other half.
Yeah. Violence. Pure, unadulterated violence.
So, but yeah, I refer to that as the Big Mac.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. So it's Friday.
Yeah.
And we're in a bit of a circle. I don't see any.
This is more of a flying V.
I don't see any toast in the middle.
That's good.
That is good.
Yeah.
Or cookie or whatever, whatever your frat, aka frat / barracks called it.
Sheila.
But Johnny, what are we about to do?
We're about to masturbate, boys.
You damn right. It's time for a Freedom Friends Master Debate, solving the world's problems, mediocre topic after mediocre topic. I'm Mikey. This is Dave filling in for Scott. I got Jazz and John over here. And we're brought to you by warfightertobacco.com. You can go over there, use that code FTFO. It'll score you that sweet 15% off. You can go to owellness.us for CBD treats and needs. Highly recommend the freeze gel. Go over there and use Freedom Friends 25. That gets you $quarter off the order. And of course, Icy Tech coolers. Summertime is upon us. You're going to need a quality cooler. I highly recommend that you check out Icy Tech. Use code FreedomFriends10 to get you 10% off. Justin, what you got for us this week, pal?
Easily
boys.
2.5 hookers.
All right,
All
boys.
right, boys. At least 2.5. That 270 will definitely fit 2 hookers.
2.5.
Yeah.
It all depends on how you cut them up.
Or fold them.
Yeah.
2 tucks and a fold, bro. Depends on the kind of hooker.
I like to roll them like my socks when I was still in.
Little ranger roll.
You roll it from the toe.
Just roll it, fold it back over.
What you got for us, Justin?
All right, boys.
All right, boys.
What's a crime you would commit if you knew
Murder.
you could 100% get away with it?
Murder. Fucking murder. Yeah. Like fucking Next.
All right.
Look, all of them, all the crimes. All right. The reason that
whole question didn't give out, and everybody was like murder.
dude, the reason that they're called crimes is because we're not allowed to do them. If we could, opinions would be different.
Look at you, Greta. The majority of crimes I would not like to commit.
The majority of crimes?
Yes.
You got to think jaywalking is technically a crime.
No, I get that.
Speeding, John.
What?
Speeding is
Okay,
a crime.
let's
qualify.
Mikey. Speeding.
What?
Mikey.
I am not half as bad as him.
I think he means like felony level.
Yes.
Like what would you do if you could get away with? There's a lot that I have no desire to get away with. I have no desire to be able to get away with rape.
Yeah.
I have no fucking desire.
I don't want to
I
do
have
that.
no desire to get away with pedophilia.
Nope.
No fucking desire
it
to
should be
do that.
legal to fucking schwack pedophiles, though.
Yes, I agree.
That, yeah, 100%.
That should be put into HR 25.
This is to abolish the IRS
and make
and
it legal.
open hunting on pedophiles.
Yes.
So, but no, I'm with. There's a lot of crimes out there that I'm like, I have no desire to. Honestly, theft. I have no desire to steal shit from other businesses.
No. Yeah, I don't need to steal shit.
I have no desire to do it. But there's some other fuckers I would kill.
I went through my klepto phase when I was younger.
I think we
Shocker.
all did.
Right. Oh, I think everybody did at one point. Like you walk around 7-Eleven, you steal candy or some shit.
Now,
you know
look,
what I mean? Like
I would love to get away with murder, and I am confident I have been on people's list that was like, I'd fucking kill this motherfucker if I could. Like,
I know I am.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
still on those lists.
yeah, like,
And guess what? I still don't give a fuck.
yeah.
Fuck you.
You're still a bitch.
Yeah. Come get some.
But yeah, if there was, but I have said for a long time, I think everybody should get one pass,
Just one murder pass.
just one pass.
Yeah.
And it's like, I also think it would correct some people's behavior because it's like, ooh, I could be the one.
Yeah.
I feel like that
It's
could
like
be the.
I have not had my pass yet.
Yeah, I haven't used mine, and I could be somebody else's.
So
Like,
what a
that's-
conversation that would change the form of
Could
conversation.
you imagine? You start
have
talking
in a bar.
shit, and they're like, "By the way, I haven't used my pass yet." And it'd be
They're
like,
like,
You
oh,
just have a card,
fuck.
right? You just lay the card on the bar. You'd be like, you really want to fucking go outside?
"You show me yours."
They're like, fuck, I used mine last week. Fuck. All right,
Just
dude,
kidding, man. I'll get you a beer.
It's cool, bro. You want a beer? Let's have a beer. That's conflict resolution 101 right
Right.
there. It's like, look, I can murder you and get away. That's why
want to.
monsters in the 80s were so fucking scary, dude. Because they would fucking shrek you and they'd walk the fuck away like, and nobody would tell on them. There was no cameras everywhere.
Dude, the
Nobody gave a fuck.
70s were the really scary part because these motherfuckers are killing people on the street, and we're
Yeah.
like, nobody's calling fuck all.
Yeah.
I'm surprised with how much Vegas has grown.
That they haven't found some bodies?
Yeah.
Or
But
haven't
they're
found
not like,
more?
oh, look, check out this new development. Oh, mass grave.
Yeah, but
What
it's
the fuck?
it's not like they were
How
going
about when
100 meters out the back of the fucking
Yeah.
flamingo.
No,
and
but you gotta
fucking
think
get rid
the
of
greater
people.
Vegas area is now like
Yeah.
you drive 30 miles.
And you're still in there.
you know,
What I'm
I
surprised nobody's
guarantee
found
there's
are
been
those
some.
motherfuckers that are building those domes out in the desert, and they're like, "Oh, I got a fucking solar panel I got from fucking Amazon. And I'm gonna fucking live out here on my own." These motherfuckers haven't started digging down and been like, "Them bones." Like, I don't.
Well, I think it's hilarious. Like Lake Mead started recessing its
Yeah.
waters, and they're like, "Where are all these barrels?" It's like I know what those barrels are because I've seen every mob movie ever made.
Right.
Like fucking
there's chunks of cement and it looks like it's a work boot.
yeah, right.
There used to be bones.
Yeah. Those are called cement shoes, my friend. That used to be a thing.
It was entertaining to watch the news like report on who they identified. They're like, oh, this person went missing in 1977. I'm like,
Yeah,
no, he didn't go missing. He just straight up got murked.
yeah. Like he got disappeared,
70s was around the time when like serial killers were running around all the time, right?
bro. There's still serial killers out right now.
They estimate at any given point in the United States of America currently, there's 7 to 10 serial killers that are active.
Serial killers.
Yeah.
Like-
We're not talking about like BTK, for instance, right? Bind, torture, kill. He was active as fuck in the late 70s, early 80s. Then he took like a 10 or 15 year hiatus and
Yeah.
just stopped. And then started again in the 90s. And then got caught in 2005, I think, is when Dennis Rader finally went down.
Yeah.
Like 04, 05.
Yeah.
Like,
Something like that.
so like he was an active serial killer for like 10 years, just stopped.
Now, Mike,
And
you'll
then
back me
came
up on
back on
this
this.
because of his degree. The reason that we like to look at like the 60s and 70s is the rise of the serial killer is that's when we defined it. So the 70s was the first time that we actually looked at like behavioral analysis and all this kind of stuff. And we came up with the term serial killer. So you end up with this
Because before it was series killer, and there was a bunch of different fucking
like mass killer, and
there was the mass murderer and all this kind of stuff. So serial killer, it looked like the rise happened because we came up with a term for it, and we literally made an investigative unit that was designed just to go look for these people.
Be issue.
So all that kind of stuff that you see, like Criminal Minds and SV, like all that stuff, that's real. Like those are real people, but they didn't come along till the 70s.
Yeah.
What's that?
So that's why we're
Mindhunter.
Mindhunter
Which, by the way, I'm fucking angry. They're not making a third season.
Yes, they are.
No, it got announced. Netflix canned it.
John, you
Last
noticed
week.
that, right?
I saw that.
Okay,
I'm
that
so
was terrifying what you two just
angry.
did.
What?
I went, what's that? And both of you answered the question.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Dude, it's an amazing
It's
show.
an amazing show,
It
but
is.
it's about the birth of
Of the behavioral science unit.
yeah.
I wonder, I want to know the story of like what happened to those dudes after they retired, because running around,
None of them do
chasing-
well.
Yeah, like
Well,
None of them do well.
so the dude who it's coined after,
Yeah.
he's an accomplished author, and like and he still gets called in, and he's like in his fucking 80s now or some shit.
Late 70s.
Yeah, he still gets called in to fucking talk about cases and like and stuff, and he's still like cold sweats every fucking night and shit, dude.
It's a new-ish term. However, when you look at the behavior of serial killers, they've been around a long time. So the nursery rhyme, the Muffin Man.
The term prolific.
But the nursery rhyme, the Muffin Man, about do you know the Muffin Man that lives on Drury Lane? So that was done because there was a serial child killer on Drury Lane, and they thought it was this baker. So they literally coined this rhyme to get kids to memorize that you shouldn't be there. So this is not new behavior.
I thought it was because of gluten.
This is before anybody knew what
the silent killer, gluten.
This was before we invented gluten.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's not a new. Serial killers are not a new phenomenon. Otherwise, we wouldn't still be studying Jack the Ripper, who is quite possibly the most accomplished serial killer
You
that
got away with it.
You know,
that has never been caught.
you know what's worse than getting raped by Jack the Ripper?
Surviving.
Getting fingered by Captain Hook.
Zing. And like the Zodiac, who literally just taunted the San Francisco PD
and
for decades.
Yeah, Zodiac did it, and now he's a politician.
he's a senator.
So,
I love it when Ted Cruz even gets in on that joke.
yeah,
Right?
And he'll just post the Zodiac cipher and just be like, "Happy birthday."
but and a lot of that was borrowed off of like Jack the Ripper, who did the same thing and would literally wrote letters in blood to the investigator saying like, "Hey, here's what I just did."
Little poems and shit.
And so a lot of those guys, it's not new behavior. It's just a new-ish term. So we've only been really using the term for about 40, 50 years of serial killer, but it's not a new phenomenon.
I will tell you, given my background and studying and everything, I can't really profile myself, but out of these three gentlemen,
Fuck off.
if I was going to pick a serial killer, no, it's 100% Jazz. 100% Jazz. He hits so many of the fucking marks.
It's terrifying how if you look
Like,
if you look at the standard profile,
like fucking, he hits the wickets, man. Like fucking high intelligence, it's there, vocabulary, a little bit of narcissism. There are signs,
you don't have to
man.
sugarcoat it. It's not even a little bit.
There are signs, man. Like
there's
Jazz hits some wickets.
There's a
dude.
superiority complex. There
Yep.
is even the fact that as a child I grew up smaller than my peer group, so there was pressure that was done, and now there was an execution of power that could be done later in life.
Yep.
Like all of that stuff.
There's a lot of there are signs, man.
What's even more terrifying is he's like breaking it down of himself. He's like,
Well,
100%.
Well, that's how you know that he's not. All right, because
Hiding in plain sight, bro.
Is it really though?
and it actually is, because a lot of times, like, one of the biggest way the serial killers get caught is they inject themselves into fucking investigations.
They like to be close to what they did.
yeah, and they always go back. Like they always go back to the scene of the crime to jerk off or something weird, and it's always sexually motivated.
Almost,
It's
90% of all serial killers are actually a sexual motivation.
Yeah.
And it goes beyond trophy hunting. So most serial killers will also have some sort of trophy. Either they take a personal item or a piece of the target, and then they collect that. But then beyond the trophy hunting, in order to actually receive gratification, they need to go back and see that people are baffled at their work.
Yep.
And that's the division in the narcissism. So they find gratification, and that feeds the narcissism by the fact that all of these people are now talking about this unknown entity. Whereas I am extremely narcissist, but I love to be recognized for how awesome I am. So, there's a big deviation between me and a serial killer.
Scott really picked the wrong week to be
I know. Right?
Scott's got he's got a little bit of the serial killer tendency as well. Scott's got it. Because one, he's quiet. Like he's a bit antisocial, but at the same time not. He blends well. I mean, he's got some characteristics as well. And I guarantee you, I fucking do too. I'm just like, you're literally incapable of really analyzing yourself in that profile.
I could square you away, buddy.
I'm
Someone else can, sure.
I'm just listening to him like tick off all these boxes, and I'm going, yep.
You're not a narcissist. You're the least narcissistic person I've ever met.
Yeah, you lack the pride complex.
Yeah, you don't have a pride complex. You don't have you're not a sexual.
That's
deviant.
the biggest. Like as we sure.
Well,
you
no,
could,
that mustache says something else. That mustache says sexual deviancy right there. Right?
Everybody can go through and check a lot of that stuff, but a lot of that has to do with a lot of it is standard personality stuff. It's when you end up with the deviation from standard behavior.
Yeah.
So, like, you don't have a pride complex. So a lot of
extent.
serial killers, everybody has a little bit of that imposter syndrome, or a little bit of am I doing well enough? Do I belong? Everybody has that self-doubt. That's a normal social interaction.
Not serial killers.
Not serial killers. They truly believe they are superior.
Yeah. That's why there's the God complex type of thing.
Yeah, they truly believe they're superior. And that's why they are allowed to do what they do, is that they understand something you don't. And that's why they can get away with what they have, because you don't understand a plan on their level. And that's the cognitive break and that dissonance that you end up with in the thought characteristics.
It's true.
So I don't want to get away with serial killing, but man, I would love that fucking one pass. Just
one good, how would you do it?
Oh, I'd walk onto live camera and just snap her neck.
Oh.
Well, obviously he's talking about Greta, but
I'd be settled after that. I'd be like, this is fucking and it'd satisfy that God complex that I have.
So you would do it barehanded.
Yeah.
So intimacy.
100%.
Another check. That's like you could always tell killers who kill with knives are more intimate killers.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas people who kill with guns, rarely do you see a fucking serial killer that's with gunshot wounds. You rarely see that. They are almost exclusively knife hunters,
or blunt force, blunt force or knife. And do you know,
or asphyxiation? And
it goes deeper than that on the psychological profile. And do you know why it is either edged weapon or blunt force?
I mean, I do.
You do, but does everybody else understand why it is?
Yeah.
You know what it's like to be hit with something or cut. Very few people understand what it is to receive a gunshot. So it is a shared experience of they know the pain they are inflicting when they inflict it.
Yep.
And so that is the shared intimate moment, which is what causes the sexual reaction to what they're doing.
There's also a gratification in watching the light leave someone's eyes.
Yeah. Which I can co-sign that. That's true. That's true.
You sick fucks.
John would just kill him with kindness.
Yeah, right. He's like,
that's what he named his
You
sword.
were so good looking.
The thing is that in studying that stuff, at least in a lot of my line of work and stuff like that. They are the most fleshed out psychological study on human behavior.
Yeah.
Like by leaps and bounds. Everything
Like-
else we deal with in generalities because we deal with large population and we try and find commonalities. Within serial killers, we deal with that one behavior, that one person's behavior. And it's a case study in that one person. And then we can look at repeating patterns amongst individuals. And so when you look at that and you look at how small interactions within their social paradigm or how they were raised or even their religious paradigm, any of those adjustments would change those behaviors for a lifelong, which then impacts all. So
And there are exceptions to the rule. Dennis Rader is an exception to that rule. Like
he was actually
BTK.
a late snap, very balanced,
Well,
but he was also
like-
very community involved and was very recognized as a community behavior. His behavior was very involved, and he was lauded within his community
was
as
like
being a great fucking guy.
Like a husband, a father, a church deacon.
Yeah.
like he
Local
was,
leader, the whole nine yards, had all of the attention that should have satisfied all of that.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's also why
He's also one of the longest dormant behavior killers.
I
That's
think
ever
that's why
existed.
though, is because that's why he was able to take a dormant moment, because he was dormant for what, 15
Almost
years,
20 years.
Yeah. And then just decided, I'm gonna go back to killing. And went back to it, right?
And then went into taunting because he wanted the attention for that. He had accomplished what else he wanted and wanted to be recognized for that accomplishment.
Yep.
And so that comes down to that was truly the belief of I get up and piss excellence. Everything I do I'm the best at, including fucking killing people. And you need to recognize me for all of it.
Yeah.
So
He just didn't anticipate that, there's these things called IP addresses now
yeah.
that they didn't have in the early 80s.
Yeah. So and that comes down to a lot of these guys that get caught, they're so smart they're dumb.
Yep.
Because it's they won't look into this. And it's like, no, you didn't look into this.
Right.
Like everybody else is going to.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
I mean, so
it's a fascinating
there
world.
are exceptions to the rule. I honestly think that if we allowed everybody to have that one freebie, I think it would make serial killers more prevalent though. Because a lot of people, that fucking feeling lays dormant in a lot of people's fucking lives. And
I'm
it's
not
just
gonna lie,
like,
I'd probably actually sell mine.
Oh, the black market on that.
oh dude, if you
Fuck.
had a
You want my-
fucking murder card,
You want my card?
like it's got to be worth what would the price? What would the
$250,000.
going price?
$250,000 I'd give you mine.
$250,000?
Yeah.
what's
That's enough for me to cycle out and nobody would know I actually sold mine.
Yeah.
what's to stop you from just schwacking somebody and taking theirs?
Oh, that's true. What if you kill somebody who still got theirs? Do you like get theirs?
Do you get to loot the body? Is that what we're going on?
What
I
if
mean-
you have to admit to it?
Oh, that's how
Like-
you can use the card. You got to swipe, but you got to take it in and
You,
be like,
you have to be like, this was me.
"Yo, I need you to go pop the trunk. That one was me. Here's my
Yep.
card."
Yeah. Imagine the cops like, oh, he's got his card.
You pop the trunk and it's like, oh, fuck. Like, okay.
Yeah.
What did you use? KitchenAid blender. That's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
fucking-
No mixing bowl.
No mixing bowl.
This finger. A lot.
Took me 3.5 weeks.
Well, no, see, so now that's kidnapping. That's not you going to
See,
jail
then
for
it doesn't work.
kidnapping.
Yeah, I've got
So
you on.
It's
yeah.
got to just be murder, you know?
I don't know if that's kidnapping.
If it took you 3 weeks, they were held against their
Technically,
will.
that's not kidnapping. It's not kidnapping until I leave state lines.
No. Still kidnapping.
Yeah.
Kidnapping is just holding someone against their will, right?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Human
That's actually
trafficking.
it's false imprisonment.
Look up kidnapping jazz.
No, that's if you're in a container. That's if, like, let's say I put you in your trunk in a trunk. That's false imprisonment. But if I take you somewhere, it's kidnapping.
So what if I lock you in your basement
Well, then I'm home.
and then poke you to death?
I would say it would still be false imprisonment because you're holding me. But I don't think it would be kidnapping.
I'm not gonna lie. I think being poked to death would
Imagine-
quite possibly be the worst way to
It's one of the
fucking go.
worst ways ever, right?
So imagine if you did that, right? You lock somebody in like a room in their basement, and they drilled a fuckload of holes, and then you just had like little metal rods, and you just go every fucking day, and you just try to stab the dude in the basement, and he's just running around underneath. like trying to avoid all these
Like
little
reverse whack-a-mole.
Pretty
You're
much.
just fucking,
You just got like sharp rebar. That
Yeah,
you're just like,
that's it. You're just like
That's a
Thwack.
fucking nightmare.
Oh, got him.
I know.
Dude, you know the
But you don't
producer
know
of the producer of Saw fucking 37 is gonna watch this and be like, fuck.
Like you don't know when it's going to start. You don't know when it's going to finish. You don't know. You know what I mean? You're just like laying there. You're like, I wonder if he's ever going to let me. Oh fuck!
Yeah. You don't dare go to sleep,
I know.
right? You go to sleep, you're getting it. You're getting got.
depends on where you sleep. You could luck out.
Yeah.
Just comes down to be like every day, I'm going to pick 5 holes in your 5x5 cell.
And they all drop at the same time.
And
You
we're
just
just
don't
going
know.
to, we're going to jam them through. Hope you picked right.
You're gonna fucking shish kebab you if you don't if you think wrong.
Dude, my luck the first fucking time. Shing, shing,
You're looking
I'm
up at a
catching
hole.
like 4 of them. Yeah, I'm catching like 4 of them at once.
Yeah, but you'd never sleep. It'd be like, by the way, I'm not going to tell you when it's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck all that.
Man, if we ever have any female listeners, I know which episode to recommend to them. Be like, don't listen to any of the other ones, just this one.
You're right.
There's just one debate where Mikey goes, Jazz is a serial killer.
You just turned on every suburban housewife in America.
That's true. I mean, that's true.
They're gonna settle in with their popcorn and their wine, and they'll be like, "Okay, let's
Like,
watch."
I didn't know this was a murder podcast. I have been told that I have the voice for a good murder podcast. That I could do a very cool murder podcast. It just seems like a lot of work.
It's not. I've got another show, and I produce it myself.
You're
and
just talking into a
It's not
microphone.
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
It's
don't
not like
know.
you're doing all the investigations.
Well, so
They just hand you a script.
there's a murder podcast that I do listen to that I subscribe to, and I'm a huge fan of it. It's called Sword and Scale. Fucking
Yeah.
10 out of 10 recommend. It's great.
I've listened to a few of them.
Yeah, and I'm a Plus member, and so like you get like extra content for it's like $5 a month or something, and it's fucking a great podcast. But he actually digs in and does fucking investigations into it, and I'm talking like 20 fucking. This guy's got it's like 20 episodes a season. He's got like 20 seasons or some shit. Like and it's like fuck, man. Like where do you find the time? And I'm like holy
Must be
shit,
religious.
gotta be religious, man. But it's a great show. It's a great podcast. And I like that the guy's just like, I might offend some of you. I don't give a fuck. So
There
I'm
it
just
is.
like, I like this guy. And his name's Mike. It's a good name.
It's all right.
Hebrew for he who is like God.
Well, now
My-
I
my
know
middle
you're full of
name's
shit.
Michael.
Huh?
So my middle name's Michael.
Yeah. Yeah.
My
Fuck,
first name
boys.
is James,
What about you, Dave?
which is Bible for white as
you
fuck.
get one fucking murder. We've already
We've done this a couple times.
we've already decided this is a murder.
What's the crime? What crime are you getting away with?
You know what? I don't know.
If I get, I mean, if we're all gonna get a murder anyway, then
Can I change mine? I don't want a murder. I want a fucking bank robbery.
I was about to say the same shit. I was like, I want to do like white collar embezzlement.
Nope.
And
Fuck
then I
that.
could- then
I
I-
want a
I would
straight
have-
up bank robbery. I
would
want to
have
go in there
enough
with the
money that
Nixon
if Dave wanted
mask
to
and
sell his fucking murder card, I could still buy it.
I want to do the whole
No,
fucking
you
the
don't
whole
get that one,
Nixon
sweetheart.
mask and walk in there and be like, fucking
Oh,
give me
it'd be so
everything,
fun.
no die packs, fucking open the thing. I'm gonna put it all in a fucking push cart. I'm gonna walk out and they're gonna be like, hey, fucking put it back and be like,
They're like, he's got his card.
and
Fuck.
be like, he's got his free pass. Fuck.
Yeah, I think I'd rather have money than blood on my hands.
With enough
Because with
money.
enough money, I can have blood on my hands.
Yeah. But I could be like, hey, you still got your card? See that guy? I don't like him. So not only do you get away with it, but I'm also going to give you X amount of money.
Yeah, but see, then you could get in trouble for fucking.
Are you an accessory to a free murder?
No. It's against the law to pay somebody to kill somebody for
Oh,
you.
I'm not paying him to kill them. I'm just, it's a tip.
You're paying him to use his murder card.
Yeah, it's a tip.
That's like a whore saying, like, I'm not a prostitute. I'm just selling condoms with a demonstration.
Yeah. I think there would be a lot less red tape in the sex worker world if they
I think
used
we
that.
just need to legalize sex work. But
I agree with that.
Mikey, that's a job well done, sir.
Right? Bam. That easy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like it.
No,
I'm changing mine to bank robbery. I want to fucking be able to rob a bank.
Yeah. Counterfeiting.
Counterfeiting.
And I'll let you know when I'm done.
See, so that's the question. Like, do you get individual charges, or is it just blanket?
When you get charged for counterfeiting, they don't charge you per bill you make.
Right? They charge you just for the act of.
Yeah.
So if,
So it doesn't matter. You did it once. You did it for 10 years. You
Yeah.
get charged with counterfeit or counterfeiting.
Then I
That's
go to
pretty
a
good.
third world country and disrupt their economy.
Yeah, that's it. Like, I'm just going to walk into some like presidential palace somewhere and be like, yeah.
this is
It's
mine
mine.
now. I'm the captain now. Just wear some fucking crazy ass like military uniform with all these medals that you don't deserve.
Just make sure you have some extras that go down the sleeve.
You get
Yeah.
in the front of the pant legs. Those
Yes.
are my favorites.
Yeah. So, but then you're going to get charged for stolen valor, and you don't have a pass for that.
But what if I make my own awards?
That's fair.
What if I don't use, like, you made awards for us?
It did.
Yeah. What if I go through them?
Yeah.
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 Like, this one's for underwater basket weaving. I'm an expert.
Yeah. Speaking of stolen valor, the stolen valor guy that I caught.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened with that?
Yeah.
Well, he's still on his bullshit,
Really?
and now he's impersonating John Cena.
No.
I can't even make this up.
How? How is he doing that?
All right. So, backstory: this gentleman had claimed that John Cena was going to donate like $4 million to this program that was going to benefit veterans because he was a family friend of him.
Oh, okay.
Well, once the stolen valor thing got kind of like released and everybody kind of fucking started figuring out that this guy was full of shit, because it turns out he's not 100% full of shit. He is a Purple Heart recipient. That was via Military Times.
Okay.
Like, they do their research, so I believe them,
Yeah.
right? Just the rest of his shit's bullshit,
Yeah.
right? This company received an email from John Cena stating that he was no longer going to support them because they fired this guy.
Oh.
So I requested, I was like, let me get a screenshot of that email.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to tag John Cena on Twitter and be like, hey man, did you write this? And when he says, I don't know what the fuck that is, because I bet folding money that he didn't.
Yeah.
It's just more reason for us to be like, say, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
But we're still working it,
I mean, the fact that he said he had a silver star,
which is
it's public record.
it's public record on a .gov website.
But not only did he say he had a silver star, he said it was being upgraded to a Medal of Honor.
Correct. And then so I did what I do, and I reached out to Medal of Honor recipients that I know.
Hey, buddy.
I was like, hey man, do you know about this guy? Because we got invited to his ceremony. He's like, never heard of this fucking guy. And I'm like, that's odd.
How do you fucking have the balls to invite somebody to a fake Medal of Honor ceremony at the White House? Like, what date was it? You know what I mean? I'm like, cool, bro, I'm buying tickets. Like, where are you staying? So I stay in the same hotel.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's literally what happened. Well, like, and Mike Barker, my boss, like bought a suit
Yeah.
because, you know, black tie events and shit
Right.
like that. Like, bought a suit. And does he get reimbursed for this guy's bullshit? No. So, and apparently now this guy is working with another nonprofit. So now I'm taking it fucking personal.
Mhm.
This guy's trying to fuck over another nonprofit. So I'm not 100% ready to release all the details yet, but we are working on it. There is a pending investigation. There's also a falsifying of a fucking congressional document that I have in my possession. It's
Jesus.
like, there's a bunch. And needless to say that I'm working with local and federal law enforcement to help.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to help bring
like
this to a close,
I was a grunt. The highest award I got was an Arcom with a V device.
which is a great
I'm
award.
fucking happy.
That's a great award.
I don't.
The one I'm
Why?
most
Dude,
the one I'm
Like, it
most
just blows
proud
my
of.
mind.
Dude,
Like, why?
In the Marines, if you have a fucking comm with a V, you walk on water, dude.
But it's just like, why? Why would I try to be like, I have something that like the 0.1% of the 1% of the 1% have? That no.
Yeah.
Like just
The one I'm
fucking
most proud
no.
of is that fucking AAM that I got notified fucking 7 years after I fucking got it that I won it. And I was like, fucking A.
Right? You're goddamn right.
This is the Army at its finest
Right.
right here. This is
Like, and not only is that was the highest award, that was the only award. I never got like a PCS award. I never got an ETS award.
Right.
I never got an award for a school or fucking not a fucking thing that
Yeah.
I did in the military except for that.
Yeah.
And it was just like, oh, thanks, cool.
But it's got a V.
But at the
see
time,
now you can get one of those cool stickers for the back of your truck
At the
that has
time,
your
I
whole
didn't
fucking
care.
rack
Now
on
I
it
can
and
get
you
a
can put
license
it on
plate.
your and put it on your shit.
Yeah.
Every time
that one does rate a
that
license
does have a
plate.
license plate.
Yeah.
Every time I see one of those fucking things on the back, I'm like, you just put your whole 201 file back there, huh? Just
Yep.
fucking. I saw a cat today,
All the rockers and shit.
and I'm going to give you 3 guesses afterwards. I'll prompt you for the account. I saw a cat today. I was going to work. Vehicle, all this wrap and everything, and on the window on the back had the whole fucking tattered American flag, but one of the stripes had veteran on it,
Damn right.
and all this shit fucking stickered all over the fucking truck. Guess what kind of truck it was?
Dodge.
Fucking A, it was. I was like, do they screen you people before you buy these?
They do.
Well, was it
Like, what stickers are you going to put on your truck? Oh,
wait a
you
minute.
want one of these?
But are you never going to use these tow mirrors, but you always have them out? This is what you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Jesus Christ. Like,
I saw one the other day. This wasn't the other day. This was a while ago. I actually think I took a picture of it and sent it to you. This was like a couple years ago. I think it was a while ago. It was quite a while ago. But it was some dude on the back, and it was like Special Forces, Ranger, Sniper, and I was like, and I took the picture. I was like, Tim Kennedy? Is that you? I was like, is that Tim Kennedy? What the fuck?
it's fucking wild.
Fucking, yeah, it was.
I did see the air assault, airborne, master blaster, all stacked up on the back window of a Ford Explorer on the way to work this morning. And unfortunately, he was 2 cars behind me in the next lane. Otherwise, I was going to get a picture of it.
I mean, it's funny. You see him all the time here in San Antonio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
dude.
over.
Drive down my street. Everybody's got a fucking Bronze Star. Not a one of them's got a fucking V on it, but all of them got Bronze Stars because they all retired as
One of my
E7 or betters in the Army.
One of my favorite times ever was Caitlin and I were going to fucking Burbiz, and we were pulling to the parking lot of Burbiz, and there's a truck sitting there, and it's got the infantry cord hanging off the rearview mirror. And my wife goes, "What douchebag hangs his infantry cord off his fucking rearview mirror?" And I was like, "That's John's truck."
You mean his purse strap?
Yep.
Yeah, he's got his purse strap.
She was
hanging.
like, "Oh," and I was like, "No, I'm gonna fucking tell him. That was fucking awesome."
Don't care.
And it-
Don't care.
It's his purse strap.
Yep.
Every time I get in his truck, I'm like, oh, that's a nice purse strap. He's like, fuck you.
I will say one of my favorite places to see around here is he's owned a shop, a cigar shop called 1911 Cigars, and he has a Purple Heart plate, and it just says "I'm hit."
I saw one the other day that said, ouch.
And I've seen
And I was
it in
like, God
memes
damn it.
going around the internet before, and it's just fucking great. Like,
Yeah, I saw one that said, ouch once.
See,
With
I don't
Purple
mind it
Heart
when it's like ironic and you're doing the shit. Like, look, I thankfully never got a Purple Heart.
Yeah, it's not one you want.
Fucking awesome. I also get it. You get a Purple Heart, you get great fucking parking.
Sure.
Like, as Jack talked about,
we
like
talked
it's
about it
great
last
fucking
week.
parking,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, totally would.
There are perks.
My buddy Steve, who I fucking ride with, has DV plates on his bike.
Sure.
And I was like, why did you go with the DV plates on your bike? Because it's not on his car.
Yeah.
But it's only on his bike. And he's like, because I don't really have to worry about the reservation or the registration on it because cops really don't pay attention to DV plates. Like they see the DV and they just fucking leave it alone. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Then it's only like what, fucking $6 to renew
you're
every
right.
year.
And it's like $6 to change it.
Like,
And again, he's like, and I can park the bike wherever the fuck I want to and nobody touches it. And I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, it's fucking brilliant. Like,
Yeah.
I get it. Game the system, right? But
sure. Well, like
uh,
Scott's
he's got DV plates on his,
on his bike, right?
Well, and it's also the CIB plate. So
That's
it's-
what it is. He's got the CIB plate.
I was never a grunt, but if I had access to CIB plates, I'd fucking rock CIB plates.
I mean, I could get a
But
combat action
I don't know.
ribbon plate.
Maybe I'm fucking weird. But like there's certain stuff like the CIB, I respect that more than the guys that have like the meritorious service medal and shit like
Sure.
that on their plates. And I'm like, but
Yeah.
like there's that.
Well, it's like I saw a dude with a GWAT one the other day. It was like the Global War on Terrorism Service Medal license plate. And I was
Yeah.
like,
By the way,
I
if
was
there's
like,
somebody out
I
there,
fucking love this
There's
guy.
a dude next
people.
door that's got
Right?
a meritorious service plate.
No, he's got the
Or
National Defense.
yes,
Guy next door has
NDSM
got
medal?
he's got a
Now
National
that-
Defense.
That's brilliant.
That's a different one.
Yeah.
That one you actually had to earn. It wasn't just given to you in basic training.
No?
Yeah, in order to get a National Defense Service Ribbon plate, it's only
There's a
valid for
window.
certain years, and that was during Vietnam.
Yeah.
That it wasn't like, oh, I just graduated basic training, and look at that guy.
Yeah.
You know
what I
mean?
want to see is one.
That's going to get updated soon.
I fucking can't wait.
I want to meet an enlisted guy.
Justin's like, I'm getting it.
I want to meet an enlisted guy with a meritorious service medal fucking plate. Because the only people that I know with those are fucking officers that retired and really didn't do much. And the highest award that they pulled was the MSM, and that was their retirement
Right.
award.
You got to find a Pogue E8 or better.
No, my old platoon sergeant had one.
Really?
Yeah.
That's impressive for an E7.
He
Like-
also had Audie Murphy, and well, he was retired command sergeant
okay.
major by the time he got out.
Oh, so that's
see,
what I'm
there you
saying.
go. It's
But
still
no,
a
like, so
retirement
he was
award.
an E9.
I think he got it before he retired. But he got, I mean, fuck everything.
Everybody I know with that plate was some sort of like field grader up.
Yeah.
And it was like,
Right.
we got to give you something.
Like, I have a friend of mine who used to be my sergeant major at Third Tracks, and he lives here in Texas now, and he's a Silver Star recipient.
Yeah.
And this dude's story is fucking amazing. Like, he was in Ramadi and went like Haji hunting through fucking alleys because he lost Marines when he was a first sergeant. And he was like, fuck them. Put on a
didn't
man
they make
dress.
a movie about him?
They could have.
No, they did. It was Hurt Locker.
No, no. But this dude like literally put on a man dress and went walking through alleys and shot a dude and followed his blood trail and watched him bleed out and was like, that's for fucking Lance Corporal so-and-so.
Yeah.
Shit like that, right?
Nice.
Like, I mean, fucking badass. His truck got a fucking Navy Achievement Medal. Fucking he's like, I put my name on there. Like, and he's a Silver Star badass. And he's like, if they'd have let me put the fucking national defense, I would have.
I'm trying to figure out what the fuck I'm supposed to get from that.
From
It's
what?
like, cool, you put this award on your license plate. What do you want me to do with that information?
There's nothing.
But, like, but you're putting it on the back of your car and the front of your car and all this. And it's like, so you want me to do what with this
Like,
information?
I'll tell you why I got a Purple Heart license plate. Because
the parking.
Parking.
you only rate one DV plate.
Right. And you have to
Right.
pick what.
But if you have a Purple Heart, you can get a Purple Heart plate and a DV plate.
Right. Because your wife has the other one.
So my DV plate's on Haley's car, and
I get that.
and
I'm just- but I'm not-
registration's only
I'm
$6
not talking-
each, so it's $12 a year.
I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about those.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the people that have
It's the same reason.
Old unit
NAMs or
patches.
It's the-
meritorious.
It's the same reason.
No.
It's because they have DV plates on the other car,
Mm-mm.
and they put they get that.
Don't believe it.
I bet you that would be the only viable explanation that I would accept.
I don't know what you want me to do with this information, or that, like I said, that. Well, you're a Dodge driver, so no, I fucking understand why you did it. But like the people that put their shit all over the fucking car, and I'm like, what do you want me to do with this information?
After I got
do you
out,
expect to like you're gonna park where next to me, and I'm gonna get out and be like, fuck, man, I'm one spot closer to you. Do you want me to back out so you can get a little closer?
I didn't know that I was parking next to a hero.
when I got out of the Army, I had a 99 Dodge Ram 1500. And I had a 101st Airborne sticker on the back sticker. And when I traded that vehicle in and I got a new vehicle, a friend of mine got me another one. He's like, hey, you got a new vehicle, got to put a sticker back on your window. I was like, no, I don't want to put any stickers on this truck. And they're like, why not? And I'm like, well, it's not a Dodge. Actually, I didn't want to put any stickers on the truck, but
Right.
you know, like, but that was it. It was 101st Airborne. There was a little sticker fucking this big. It was set at the bottom of the window. Like,
Sure.
you know,
Yeah.
I feel like that's a little bit different than putting everything that you had on your chest on your back window.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put one on the back of my truck that says 37 Fox, smarter than you. Like, just be like, figure it out. If you don't understand what the fuck I'm saying,
Then I'm right.
then my sticker's right. Like, I don't,
Yeah. Then I'm
like
right.
it doesn't fucking accomplish it. Like, what are you doing it for?
I don't know. I would never put 03 anything or
I don't fucking get it. And it's like some of the Vietnam vets that I get that were literally drafted in and went and did their thing is like, you had no choice. You got told, hey, you're going to fucking do this thing. And then you did some badass stuff. And maybe you stayed and you fucking did whatever. But the rest of us, we all volunteered.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, sure. Some of our generation was right before 9/11. And then it was like, oh, fuck, we're going to war. A lot of us, it was post 9/11.
Yeah.
It's not like you didn't fucking know what was going on.
Yeah. Like you knew it was coming. Like, not me. I joined before that shit.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what? Oh, fuck. I was like, ugh. Well, anyways, So murder,
Yeah.
essentially,
Bank robbery.
and bank robberies.
If you've made it this far, comment down below which one of the hosts you think is most likely to come out as a serial killer.
It's gonna be me because the sock shoe thing.
I don't know. You made a whole argument about Jazz, and then he agreed with you. So, like,
Yeah,
you've got some competition there.
but maybe I'm reflecting.
I think it's gonna be a toss up between Jazz and Dave.
You think?
Yeah.
It would explain why he goes with
Well,
long hiatuses.
We know you. The listeners don't know you.
That's true.
Yeah.
If it was between me and Dave, I think you'd probably end up with a Dom sub situation. You have to figure out which one's which.
Hey, we don't kink shame, so whatever.
Ride me harder, daddy.
Maybe you don't have to work that hard.
Yeah. Maybe it's not that hard of a call.
Anyways, like, share, and subscribe. Go to warfightertobacco.com. Use the code FTFO for 20 or 15% off your order. Don't expect 25. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, definitely not.
Wellness.us. Use that code FreedomFriends25 for quarter off your order. And Icy Tech coolers for those who can fucking get it. Wait.
That's what it should be. For those who would fucking get it.
Yeah. You can use the code
can
Freedom
have
Friends
fun
over there
in
for
one of those.
10% off. 3 little things.
Not hard to do.
No, it's fucking easy. Johnny,
Smoke on.
Mikey,
Drink on.
Dave.
God damn it, boys.
Freedom the fuck on.
Later.
See you guys later.